Hello everybody, Accureye here, and welcome back to another short video of my tips for adventure mode. And I thought that in today's video, I'd just talk about the preparation you may need for getting into adventure mode. As you know, preparation and preparing yourself is going to be what helps you really survive in adventure mode. One of the main things, of course, is in adventure mode, be prepared to work fast. You never know what kind of a condition you will be in when it comes down to adventure mode, and let alone being in in certain conditions. Because again, there are many conditions you could be faced with while going through adventure mode, and more than likely you will be going through all four, at least all three of them at least, going forward. One of the main things you gotta be prepared for is winter, and that's most definitely always going to be something that you're going to have to consider when you are playing the game, is winter survival. You have to be ready for spring and be prepared for a possible rain season, or always at least being in the rain. And of course, you'll have to be prepared for, of course, a complete darkness level. So, of course, you gotta know, okay, what can I do, or how do I continue to survive in all darkness without, without the daytime or whatever it is. So, I mean, those are some things you gotta consider. Obviously, the all darkness point is of course something that can be quote unquote you know oh replicate replicate it through normal survival. But I mean, in general, I think that replicating an all night or all darkness time survival wouldn't really be necessary, as if you can get through every adventure before the final adventure, which is basically all darkness, you shouldn't have a problem or an issue getting through the all night level. But with that being said, I mean, what do you need to do? What is the best way to prep yourself for the challenges that lay ahead? Well, one of the main things is prepare yourself for rain. Know your materials and what you need if you land in a, for instance, all spring season. Get an idea of what you'll need and how many days every item in that season will last. For instance, like the umbrella. Get a good idea of how much time the umbrella lasts if you decide to have, like, for instance, an umbrella going forward. Or at least, have the umbrella already pre-created during one of your adventure modes. Another good thing to do is know what you need for winter. AKA prepare yourself for a long winter survival. Know how long your winter items will last. What you need to get started on an easy winter or a good winter. And in some cases, if you're really feeling at all adventurous and you feel like you want to be prepared or immersed into what adventure mode has, start yourself on winter. That way you can kind of get an idea and kind of go, oh crap, I gotta build a thermal stone, or I gotta light these things on fire to stay alive. Prepare yourself for winter. So with that being said, I mean, before you even go into adventure mode, would I suggest going into adventure mode? Absolutely not. If this is your first time. If, for instance, this is your first time, you're kind of like, well, I want to unlock Maxwell, and I'm pretty sure it won't be that difficult. Yeah, you're pretty much wrong about that. Adventure mode is one of the hardest modes you can do. In fact, unless you can survive a whole year on Don't Starve alone, 9 out of 10 times, I definitely would not recommend recommend anyone to survive or to try adventure mode. So, if you can manageably survive for at least your first year, which I believe is around, what is it, 70, 80 days maybe? If you can survive your first year going forward, then by all means, if you want to try adventure mode, by all means, go for it. Adventure mode awaits you. And if you do manage to make it all the way to the end, congrats. You pretty much are now going to be able to have bragging rights saying, hey, look at me, I'm so good. I actually did this. Although, I mean, honestly, I don't really brag. Even though I did beat adventure mode, even though I am part of that 0.1%, they have beat adventure mode on single player. I'm not here to brag or anything and tell you that I'm the best or whatever, you know, because obviously, you know, anyone who pretty much can do adventure mode, you know, there's nothing really to brag about. I mean, you just earned Maxwell, but in some degree, it's such a low percentage that I suppose it would also be considered under bragging rights. So, yeah. But, you know, those are some of the things you gotta do to prepare yourself for winter. As for adventure mode itself, you will start brand new, basically. It's like starting a brand new game when you do enter adventure mode. I will talk more about this, though, when we actually go into finding the door or getting into the door. But with that being said, you know, I want to just say that the adventure mode is the ultimate challenge in many ways. And, you know, and of course, you know, it's why it has such a high or a low percentage of winning. Is because of the fact that, you know, in general, you know, obviously in general, you know, you know, the pigs and stuff have not had, you know, much of a thing to do. But anyway, I mean, you know, I've been kind of rambling on, so I do apologize. I do apologize for the small yawn that happened there, but, yeah. I think that's pretty much everything you need to know about adventure mode and, you know, all the stuff going forward. You know, always be prepared to work fast. And like I said, if you haven't already survived your first year in adventure mode single player, I would definitely recommend you survive your first year in adventure mode single player. Because, of course, the fact is that, in general, you're going to see that, in general, you know, obviously, it doesn't come as easy as it should, and, you know, and of course, as it is, with that being said, you know, in the matter of if you can survive your first year, you know, you're pretty good. You're pretty much in the clear for the future, for say, you know. And I mean, that's just something that I will of course say, you know, going forward, because obviously, yeah, that is something that I will say is, of course, you know, a good thing. Anyway, with that being said, I do apologize for the yawns. But with that being said, if you did like the sale, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification, because I know you want to know when my next video drops next. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today on this video. I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. I am live on Twitch on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure for 4 to 5 hours. But I am currently making a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and potentially Sunday stream going forward. The Monday, Tuesday, and potential Sunday stream will always be around 2 to 3 hours, and the of course main stream will always be around 4 to 5 hours. But with that being said, yeah, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. And, yeah, until the next one, everybody, this is Accureye signing out and saying, farewell, everyone.